everybody, this is Tammy and thank you for stopping by my channel. And as usual, before we begin, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Stop enjoying this beautiful content and not subscribing. So, going forward, I want to introduce you to my girls today. This is my bestie Deedee.
Hello everyone.
And this is our lovely friend Darcy.
Hello.
We're going to try to stay off of Darcy, but we're not. It's ladies here today. We're not going to stay off. We want to talk a little bit about just a little girlfriend chat, but also our focus today is going to be on... Darcy, I don't know, how old are you? Are you? Yay! This is the 50s group. Look how fine we look.
Yeah.
Look how fine we look. We're going to talk about some of the changes that occur at this beautiful season of age. I talk about the skin changes that happen. I'm in menopause. Deedee is not in menopause yet. Darcy is not as well. I think what we really have discovered is the changes that occur as you enter into your 50s, sometimes in your 40s. For me, I forgot I got shades on my head. Sorry guys, let me get it together. Anyway, as you get into your 50s, you discover that skin changes. I remember you and I talking about right after the pandemic, we were going to get facials because our face, I had a mask. From wearing the mask so much, I had a mask around my face.
And I had acne.
Oh, the acne was horrible. And my forehead, although it was not covered, I looked like I had the measles all the time. So... but that was a result of the pandemic. But I do think trying to rid myself and constantly, what's the word? Taking care or mitigating the skin barrier or renewing or taking care of the skin barrier. Even going to the esthetician that we went to, I can say I enjoyed that, but I still don't think my skin thrived after that. I don't think it...
The acne eventually left.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I don't think I got my money's worth, to be perfectly honest, because I think the steaming was wonderful, but all the products that they add to moisturize or rehydrate, because I think that was the problem. But I think also it re-emphasized the hormonal imbalance, and I think that's what was happening with my skin. I am in menopause. I no longer have a period. I had a hysterectomy when I was, I want to say 37. I had...
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was 37. That was early. And I had horrible fibroids, and the bleeding was just horrible. So I end up having to have a hysterectomy. So surgically, yes, I'm in menopause. I don't suffer from hot flashes, knock on wood. But I do suffer from skin changes. I have what most African American women do. We have hyperpigmentation in my forehead. But I think I've had that for some years, long after I had my daughter, who is 35. So I can't blame that, because it was just a residual. But I do notice that at this stage of my life, I still on occasion will have pimples, especially if I try new products. But not even that, just the stress sometimes will trigger pimples in my face, and it will cause a hyperpigmentation. I will have a spot. Do you notice that too? Spots will happen. What about you, Darcy? Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. Because I ate something that had tomato in it, and my whole
It broke your face out?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It swelled up like it was hurting.
Are you allergic?
Oh.
Did the ingredients not say there was tomatoes?
Did not say.
Dang.
And I think it was more a seasoning than an actual ingredient. So.
Oh, interesting. See, we have to read everything.
And then I also, it might have been the peanuts, because same thing. And
you have a peanut allergy?
I did have a Nutty Buddy, and then I thought about it afterwards, but I thought they were walnuts.
No.
What aren't you allergic to? That's probably
Nothing
a
else.
shorter
That's the
list.
2 things.
Just those 2 things: tomatoes
And peanuts.
and peanuts.
And
Well,
mosquitoes.
I am
So, what are you allergic
considered perimenopausal.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Still
I
have a period.
still have a period at 55. And some of them can be brutal. I've always had brutal cycles.
Oh my God.
But
She
the older I
does.
got, they lessened. But now, almost every 2 or 3 months, they can be really brutal.
What do you take? Because you told me, well, let's first back up. Because you have hot flashes.
Very bad.
Horrible hot flashes.
I have hot flashes, and I'm taking a low dose birth
There you
control
go.
pill to help with those, and it does. But I still get hot flashes. Not as often as I would if I wasn't taking a low dose birth control pill.
It also manages your. She can get really irate
On my cycle.
on her cycle, and her appetite. She tends to not carry things with her because she'll get hungry every 2 to 3 hours, and she never has a bar of anything, and she gets irate. She's got.
I wonder if anybody else is like that.
I don't know. You get hangry every 2 to 3 hours. It's something awful.
It's almost
to
like
see.
I haven't eaten, and then 2 or
Yes.
3 hours later, I'm like so god awful hungry, and I can just eat the littlest thing, and then I'm okay.
And then she's done. 2 bites, and we were at a restaurant with a whole meal in front of us, and he's like,
And I
"I'm
can't
done." He's so mad. He's so mad. What is wrong with her? But I think all of that is part of the cycle and the season of life that we're in. You also have, I'm just telling all your business.
Melasma?
Well, in addition to the melasma, thyroid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a thyroid condition. I was diagnosed with that before 40,
Oh.
and I have to
I
take
didn't know it was that
medication for the rest of my life. And but that has been under control for many, many years. You know, when you first are diagnosed, they give you, Synthroid, and then Synthroid didn't work for me, and then they gave me something else. I can't remember what it was. It was just that long ago. But now I'm on Armor Thyroid, and that
What
has
is that?
helped me. It is a man-made supplement for thyroid. But I have hypo. A lot of people have hyper. I have hypo, where mine is incredibly slow. So, whereas hyper, you can lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was blessed with you're not going to lose weight.
You get to keep it.
You get to keep the weight.
And
Yay!
manage it. Yay!
But, yeah, I have thyroid, and you mentioned fibroids. I was diagnosed with having lots of fibroids in my uterine area. They found that out when I had my cesarean with my first child, who is now 28. So I have fibroids, but that isn't causing me a lot of trouble. It's just...
That's interesting. Because you have horrible periods.
Not all the time, but just recently they started up again. When I was young, I started my cycle at 10. I don't know when a lot of
12
women
for me. What about you,
started their
Darcy?
cycle.
13. Yeah, so between.
A lot of us
It's
in my
hereditary.
family started around 10. My youngest daughter, who's now 15, was turning 10 on a Sunday and had her first cycle. No, she was turning 11 and had her first cycle on Saturday right before she turned 11. So she just did squeeze in there at the age of 10. But I had my first cycle at 10, and they've always been crippling to the point where I could not go to school the first day of my cycle. But when I started on birth control, for 2 years, it controlled it. It controlled the...
When you were younger?
When I started on birth control, I was going to college. And when I went to college for 2 years, my cycles were so much better. But then after the 2 years, my body was like, the hell with these birth controls. I don't know what you're trying to do, but we're going to do whatever we want to do. And they have always been heavy and painful. But then And some people would say, oh, when you have your first child.
No.
So just recently, within the past 5 years, when I turned 50, my cycles became a little less painful.
Mm-hmm.
But just recently, I was telling Tammy, this past one was so bad. And my husband always knows when they're going to be really bad. Because...
How does he know?
Because I'm a bitch. And... and my patience
your patience.
really, 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 really short.
Don't forget the bloating.
Oh, and oh my God, I wish I could show you guys before and after pictures. I have literally taken pictures of my stomach before and afterwards. And I would love to hear from people who
comment below and leave us some of your horror stories about the bloating.
If you bloat the way I do, I have bloated so much that I look 3 to 4 months pregnant. And if I didn't take pictures, people would not believe
4 months, girl. I've seen it. It's high up and it's bloated, and you're like, I can't take it.
The bloating, the pain is real, even at 55.
I didn't have that. Not like that. Not like that. I didn't have those kind of issues. But you have, and the reason why I wanted to have you on, because you have such classic symptoms during this stage of perimenopause. Although you still have your period, some people in perimenopause don't. The cycle skip. You may have a period like my sister, hers skips. She may be 6 months and there is no cycle, and then it'll just come down and it rains terror. It rains terror on her life. She said she has to almost always go get a transfusion because she bleeds for all the 6 months that she has not had a period. It's really awful. I'm so glad I didn't have to go through that. But I'm sorry to interrupt you. But so that has helped you in managing the low dose.
The low dose birth control is definitely something that has helped me not only with my cycle, but with the hot flashes. I was having hot flashes every 30 minutes. We started timing them. I would have them...
help you with it.
Sorry, Siri wanted to talk.
Siri wanted to tell me about my
Siri, like, I can't help you with that.
Nobody can help us with this. Nobody can.
You can't help us with this, girl.
But my hot flashes when I first started was like once a week. And I was like, what is this? And then it started happening more and more. I think that's common. You know, you'll start getting the hot flashes and then you start getting them in more and more. But then I started...
what it is?
Yeah.
Like burning, it's almost like you're
sweating.
Like hot. You just increasingly get hot.
Is it an internal?
From the inside.
Yeah, from the inside out. I haven't experienced that, so I can only go by what other ladies talk about.
My sister did.
Your sister?
My cousin is going through it now, and I'm like...
Yeah, and you're just constantly fanning, trying to get yourself cool.
Yeah, because you would be wet in the face.
I sweat in my head.
I'm like, mop it.
Just... and I sweat bad anyway, even from working out, but it's just horrible. Then I started getting them every 30 minutes, and that's when I told my doctor, either give me something now, or read about me.
Some people.
Yes,
you gonna
read about me in the paper, because it will definitely be not good.
Yeah, I remember those. I have not had you react like that. That was probably a couple years ago, so you've been on it for a few years at least.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
5 years at least.
Oh, has it been 5 years?
You know, I started, it was almost like my body was like, okay, she's 50, it's time. And right after I turned 50, I started having
AARP card.
I know.
When that AARP come through the mail,
and I got hot flashes.
I just threw a card away. I'm like, I don't own it. I'm 58. I don't need this. I don't need this. Girl, please. They've been sent me that card. I just refuse to take it. I'm not taking this card. I'm all in my 50s, yes. All up in it and through it and almost exiting out of it. You know I need the AARP for all those discounts. I need all of that. Darcy, do you still... Let's let our hairstylist chime in, because she doesn't have... I don't think you have any. We talked a little bit before we started. You don't really have those type symptoms. You don't have any menopausal type symptoms.
No.
She's so lucky. She's vegan. Is it vegan or vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
She's vegetarian, so she eats no meat. She's healthy. Oh. So maybe that's how you managing your managing not having any symptoms, or would that be hereditary with, like maybe from your mom or your siblings maybe don't have.
But she also said she had a full hysterectomy like you.
No, not full.
Not full?
She still has. I don't have a full. I have my ovaries, although
Yeah.
they're low functioning. Nothing's happening in there. But
I still have my
she still have her ovaries. No period, but she has had menopause. Let me stop telling your story. Telling everybody's business. But you don't have any symptoms.
No.
Is weight a problem for any of us?
If I had
Darcy, you're tiny. Darcy is tiny. You've lost
Not
weight since
tiny.
I've last seen you. You got a nice shape. You've always have. But I can tell you've lost probably about maybe 20.
I wish.
You seem
maybe.
smaller.
That might have something to do with the sugar. Cutting out sugar.
I need to do
Because
that.
I know
Which is
that's
my
one
problem.
of the things that changes. Like your face gets smaller. You
I
do
hear
get
that.
thinner when
The
you
carbs
give
and the
up
sugar.
carb. Yeah. So, and then I don't eat bread. So.
Yeah, she's really healthy. I wish I could do that. I could if I was disciplined. I have no discipline. So the only thing that you're having to just really just manage, but as long as I've known you through Deedee, you always have managed your weight. And I've never seen you really
I mean, I'm a
fluctuate
little-
heavily in weight.
No, not heavily. I'm over now what I want to be. Like, I'm trying to lose 15 by the wedding.
When is the
which
wedding?
is June 30th.
Go, girl!
So-
That's in about a month.
A month.
You can do it.
Yeah, so
You can do it.
my doctor said my main thing is exercising.
Yeah.
So,
Do you not like exercising?
I love exercising, but
Okay.
I just really don't have the time. And then I have 35-year-old twin daughters and
Life be life.
stress. Yeah.
Life be life. That's what it is. Stress would definitely cause
My
a lot of the
shoulder's
problems.
a nut right now because
Really? When last
I'm
time you had a
just so-
massage?
It's been a couple years.
See, we don't take care of ourselves like we're
It's been a
supposed
couple
to.
years.
Couple years. And we need one. At the way life is going for a lot of us, we need to be massaged.
I did get acupuncture. I
Did
had force
you?
it was great. Like, that took away my...
I heard that is really good. I'm just scared.
Does that help you lose weight?
It can.
Okay, so
heard.
then I'll go get
It can. It can. It depends on what
I can't see
their
you
target.
doing that. The targeted
They don't
areas.
hurt. It
hear it's
doesn't hurt. It's
super thin.
weird. It's so thin you don't even know. The only thing you feel is like the
prick.
like when he puts it, and he does it well. The one I went to, he does it really fast. Doop, 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 doop. And they just stick in here.
I gotta tell you ladies what I'm planning. Maybe we
Yeah.
can do a group thing. I want to do the mud. I know we're getting off topic, but real quick, I want to do the detox mud bath. Mud wraps.
Only if it helps me lose weight.
Well, you need to detox anyway.
Yeah,
helping
I
you.
want to do that.
I want to do that. I'll talk about where I found this at later. We'll talk about that off camera.
I can do the mud, and then the acupuncture.
You can do
Yes.
Maybe that'll help me lose some weight.
what's the colon?
A colonic.
Colonic.
No.
Exactly.
A colonic. Not
I'm
the
very
colonoscopy.
regular.
No, not the
colonic.
no, but the
a
colonic.
colonic is a
Blow all
cleansing.
that upper
Yeah.
stuff
No, that's
out.
okay.
In any case,
I haven't even had a colonoscopy.
Coffee does
'cause
that
I
for
won't
me.
go do it.
shut up. Yes, we definitely need to do that.
So
I've
we are
had
really
that.
off subject. So
Yes,
anyway.
we are. Okay. We're moving back. That's ladies. That's what we're talking about. See, it's the stressful part of it that we ignore and we move on and we keep going and we interject family and situations and we forget to do the things that relax us, which is why we're always out of balance, which is weight gain. I'm dealing with weight gain right now, but I know 85% of that is because I'm not eating like I'm supposed to. And you can't just exercise and then continue to eat chocolate, because I like chocolate. I like cake.
I like food.
I like food. We like food.
Yes.
We like food, but I know that it's not good because I unfortunately suffer from hypertension and I have cholesterol diagnoses. So I can't eat all the things that I should. And I really need to drop about 20 pounds. I really do. 25. I said 25 and I'm comfortable. I do not want to, I have no desire to look like the Kim Kardashians of the world. So I'm not going to do anything drastic to suck out anything, tape it up. I'm not going to do that. If I am disciplined and manage my diet, because let's be honest, we can't do what we normally, 20 years ago, what I used to do to lose weight that would work and I would drop weight is not working right now.
No, for me,
running
I
on a
have to-
treadmill.
Because of the
Yeah.
hormones.
Yeah.
I have to stop bread. I have to stop fried foods, and I've done it before and kept it off for almost 3 years. But it's really, and I like to work out. Unlike, some people
Who don't like to.
who don't like to work. I like to work out, but I work out now to stop from gaining.
You maintain,
even more. I
just
stop.
to maintain.
I keep working out to maintain.
Yeah.
But with me having hypothyroidism, which is a really, really slow metabolism, and being perimenopausal and hot flashes, and personally just stressed going through handling my mom, it's just very, very difficult
You've got a stressful life
to
right now.
really watch what I eat. And I find myself, I'll work out, but then I'll eat.
You'll
I'll
grab
work out,
something.
and then I'll grab something.
But
So-
you're good with smoothies and all of
Oh,
that.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
But we eat smoothies. We drink smoothies and then we'll have something good to eat. We can't eat both. You can't do it both and still lose weight. I don't understand. I don't say. But these are the things that we have to do. I think, fortunately, we have to put ourselves back on the table. And unfortunately, I'm moving out of Darcy's way. Unfortunately, we don't put ourselves. We put other people in situations, some that are really necessary ahead of us, and we forgot to put the mask on ourselves. So I think that's what, going forward, what we have to do, because I have a lot of situations that, especially, we're all dealing with aging parents and family dynamics, and we're having to take care of a lot of people's situations as well as shoulder it. So you're not going to tell me that's not going to have an effect, a hormonal effect on our lives, because it will. I want to talk about skin changes, because that's really what I talk about a lot on my channel, because I am constantly doing product reviews to help maintain and manage the skin that I'm in, which is black and sensitive. I can't do a lot of products. I believe in keeping my regimen simple. A cleanser, a moisturizer, and now I have to add a retinol, because I have hyperpigmentation on my forehead. And, guys, I recently had my DPNs removed, but it make me look like I have freckles now.
Yeah.
Where they were, now I have freckles. So now I have to, I use a retinol.
What's a
freckles.
DPN?
DPN, moles.
Oh.
Yeah, all the moles that I have, but they're not, they say technically that's not a mole. Raised,
Yeah.
When it's
areas.
raised.
Yeah, when they're really raised.
The
and
skin tags.
those, they look like skin tags. Those are considered moles, but these are DPN. I can't ever remember. I'll leave that
Something
name in
to
the
do
description. It's dermatosis papulosa nevi. I think I pronounced it right. If I did not, I'll put it on the screen.
Can you tell she's a nurse?
Girl, I hate when I can't get it right. But to have them removed, they can be removed. I went to Arizona because I do believe it's important that we use providers that are familiar with black skin. Not just black skin, but brown skin. You gotta specialize in that. And there is nowhere in the Pacific Northwest that I have discovered anyone that can handle that. So I had those done, but now I have to.
There's one here in Bellevue.
Really? I will talk about that. Hold on. That way I don't have to travel all the way to Arizona. But I do love Dr. Stockton. Tony Stockton. That's her name. Dr. Tony Stockton at Stockton Dermatology in Arizona. She is amazing. They did really good. But Laurie, which is her esthetician, did my procedures. But anyway, I now have to include a retinol. I'm up to 3 times a week. I started off slowly. And that's to help with the hyperpigmentations and to get rid of some of the pigmented areas that I now have to manage. But doing some of these 14-step regimens, skincare regimens, that's really new on YouTube and out there in the world. The skincare, what do you call that? Industry
yeah.
is really, girl, they are pushing all the products at you, and people are not just, those things are like $30 and $40 and $300. We don't need to do all of that. It does not require you to have a 14 to 15 step regimen just to have a oily, or what they call is not juicy, but just a moisturized, dewy complexion. We are really overdoing it and therefore breaking out our skin. I'm not doing that. And I know you have been dealing with some skin issues as
Oh my
well.
God, yeah.
Girl, tell us about that.
So you guys already know at 50, I started having hot flashes. At 50, I also started getting melasma. I had it here. I had a dark streak here.
Would you care if I inserted a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'll insert it somewhere around here.
Yeah, and then I had what I called my butterfly.
You did.
Because it went out like this. The body was right here, and then the
she had a
wings would
body.
go out like this, and then a
You
couple
call
of
it a
spots. And for years, you know, I was told, oh, you've inherited, you know, from grandmother. Just whatever it took to get the melasma gone. I was using different
Yeah, you were talking about doing
skincare,
all kinds
just
of
all
things.
kind of things to just get rid of it. One night, I happened to be watching TV, and the commercial that you guys have probably seen, Musely, came on, and it was talking about.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Talking about.
I was saying this girl's gonna tear her
getting rid
face
of
up.
melasma. And it was the same thing that you would get from a dermatologist. And when you go online, you are paired with a dermatologist. And I said, I'm going to try it. Can't hurt. And I love the fact that they had black women in there talking about what it had done to their skin and what it did for their skin. And I got the product probably late January. Let's just say January 25th. By February, the end of February, my girlfriends could see a difference.
It was disappearing.
I started showing them pictures of my skin. I have makeup on right now, but when I tell you I had dark
insert
circles,
some photos.
I had all of this. I had a dark mark, all of it gone. That was January of this year. It's May now.
Right.
And right now I'm just maintaining. They have, what comes with Musely is you put,
First, did you have to consult with a dermatologist?
yeah, you know, I told her,
dermatologist.
but this was all online. And
Okay.
this is what makes it great. It's all, you know, you are doing this from your computer, from a phone. You tell them what skin you have. You take pictures of your skin. I took pictures of my right side, my left, my front. They could see what was going on with me. They allow you to choose what you want to do. I put what is it called when you put the mask on your face? I had to leave it on for like 8 hours.
Was it like a peel or?
It was a peel.
Okay.
So I put the
But you didn't really peel.
mask on my face, and they have you put a thin layer just to make sure, for safetyness, to make sure, you know, you're not, you know,
I was
irritated
worried. I was
or
like, oh,
break
Lord, she's
out.
going to burn her face off.
Burn. It didn't burn for the first hour, so I added the rest, and for 8 hours, I kept it on. I'd watch TV, I folded clothes. You can't do anything to make yourself sweat. So I just had a relaxed day, and did it after church. Kept it on for 8 hours, took it off, and
No stinging?
no stinging. I thought I was going to have a lot of peeling because I'm sensitive around here. I didn't have a lot of peeling. Unlike Tammy. Tammy has really sensitive skin, but I'm only sensitive around my mouth. I didn't have a lot of peeling. And they do tell you to get, not Vaseline. They don't recommend
like
Vaseline.
Aquaphor
but it
or
was
something?
Aquaphor. I bought that. Put some on my skin. But I stopped using it. My husband took over using that because I didn't have any peeling. I was so surprised.
Nice.
But I still use the Musely cream, I was using it day and night. Now I only use it at night because now it's summer. Now what I will tell you, if you don't use sunscreen, if you're out there in the sun, I will start seeing browning.
Shut up.
It never leaves always. I'll start seeing a little bit of browning and I'm like, ooh, that's where my melasma was. They encourage you to constantly, day and night,
Listen,
use your
black
sunscreen.
people do need sunscreen, especially when you're using
any
products.
kind of product.
Oh my
so
God.
In the summer,
I didn't know that.
When I'm going out and about through the day, I don't use the Musely cream. I just use sunscreen. And at night, I put my Musely on.
Okay. So, you still, even though you've gotten the results that you want, you still have to use it every day. The cream.
I don't think you have to, but I do because I had acne on the left side of my cheek when I went home to Mississippi where it's extremely humid. Mm-hmm. And broke out and had some spots and I use it over there. I mean, I use it. They may not tell you to, but I use it on my elbows. okay, so I know I probably shouldn't, but I'll put Musely on my elbows if my elbows are dark. I don't know, but I've been doing it and it works. So I was taking pictures of my elbows.
Let me see your elbow.
And see? You can see.
Shut up.
But it's lighter. I was looking to see if one was going to be lighter than the other.
Do you know what? Let me see, Darcy. What Darcy? Let me see. Yours are light. I have dark elbows.
See, I have one elbow that's darker than the other, so I was putting it on there to see if it was starting to light. But
we are talking about
everything. Musely is
your dark elbows.
For black women who have melasma, I would say get it. Do it. And I'll tell you something else that it helped me with. What? Acne. I used to break out, even in my 50s, in my forehead. And it has definitely helped my acne. So my acne is little to nothing. My spots are little to nothing. I can go out now without makeup.
And that was a big thing for her, too.
Oh, my gosh. And friends and people will look at my skin now and go, wow, what are you using on your skin? And all I can say is, Musely.
I want to try it. I'm thinking about
getting it for Aiden. I'm getting it for
yeah.
We're going to have to give Darcy the info.
Yeah, Musely.com.
And this is not a sponsored video, so please know that. This is just women talking.
Musely.
We're talking about what we're doing to manage our season of life.
That's what I found to help me.
Menopause, perimenopause.
And when I was at home recently, a friend of mine, old high school friend of mine, she was asking me about my skin. And I told her that I was using Musely. So I'm only telling you what works for me. You may get it and it don't work for you. But I'll tell you, in 1 month, I saw a difference.
I did. When you sent those pictures to us, and I was like, what? It has barely been, it's not even 6 weeks. And you already see. I could see a difference in 4. Maybe less than 4. But it worked.
And actually go out now with just eyeliner and lip gloss on.
I know that's huge. For you, that's huge. I'm thinking about trying that because really, and we'll talk about this more offline, but.
And let me just tell them this too.
Go ahead.
Before Musely, Tammy and I went to a store to have my makeup done. Found, what do you call it to hide it? Concealer. Yes. Because the concealer I was buying wasn't doing the trick. And I had to really invest in good concealer. She put concealer on my cheeks. My butterfly was gone with the concealer. Yeah. But now, since I'm using Musely, I never...
You don't have to use it?
Let me stop lying.
Okay.
I rarely, I mean, once a month, if I'm going somewhere, I'll throw a little concealer on. That's it. Every day...
I'd say that's a product...
that I did Zoom calls. I put my concealer on. But once I started using Musely,
oh wow.
It has been
I know it advertises a lot on Facebook. I see it. It comes up on my page all the time.
Television all the time.
I'm going to have to try that. See, that's awesome. That is what I call things that we have to do to manage our skincare. Not that, like she said, that worked for her. And that's not glowing recommendation for you to go out and try it. Everybody has to do what works for them. You need to know your skin type. You need to know your skin concerns before you go out and try something that has worked for someone else. And I know a lot of us rely on advertising because, let's be honest, that's how the companies make their money. If we have the influencers and the celebrities advertising these expensive products, that is how they make their money. When you get a paid spokesperson to say, and this is a regular woman who is saying, this is how it worked for me. So do your legwork. This is not medical advice. Don't go out and say, I found this on Create Your Life and they swear by it. We swear by her testimony that it worked for her. So don't come at me saying I recommended that. I did not. Do your due diligence. Okay.
And if one product doesn't work for you, or if you need something stronger, the good thing is you consult with their dermatologist and you can change the product. So let's say if you don't feel that it's working like it should, they'll give you they'll suggest a stronger product, or they'll suggest something else to you. So it's not, just one thing. They have a dermatologist there to recommend certain things.
How often do you have to follow up with that dermatologist?
Well,
that consultation?
When I first started, she wanted to see and you send pictures. Remember, it's all online. It's
so you got to vet your people. Let's vet before you just let anybody give you anything.
I took pictures every 4 weeks, and I would send her results, and then and they'll ask you throughout the process what's working, what's not working. It's up to you. Because it's working for me, I'm very low maintenance. I don't want you,
Darcy, you need me to move.
Asking me a lot of questions. And I respond to them as I want. And since it's working, I don't have to, it doesn't take up a lot of time at all. I'll send pictures here and there. They'll say, it's your 4th week.
Like a check-in.
Check-in. Send us pictures. And I'll do that.
Okay.
But then now it's been February, March, April, May. It's been 4 months. I don't even send pictures anymore. I'm like, whatever. It's working.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about the cost of that. Just briefly.
Oh my God. The dermablation or whatever it was I was going to have. What is it?
Microdermabrasion.
Microdermablation was going to be over $500.
Yeah.
I got the full kit for $187, and this included me talking to a dermatologist, all online.
All the products they sent to you.
I only needed you get the peel and then the Musely cream to help take away the spots.
Okay.
And it was like $187. Yeah.
Are they decent sized products that they send you?
Each product is supposed to last 3 months. And so now the peel, they'll only let you get it twice a month. So it's every 6 months you can get the peel.
Oh.
But the
it's working internal as well as external.
You use that every day, and it's supposed to last 3 months. You only need a little too. You'll be surprised.
A little?
You only need a little bit.
Okay, let me ask you this too, because I always wanted to ask you this, but I forget. Did you just put it on your areas of concern, just your butterfly areas, or did you put it all over? Because girl, your whole face lit up. Now you already pale as hell anyway.
I am not.
Girl, you are pale.
I am not pale.
She is pale without makeup. But with the muesli, oh my God. I was like, damn.
I am not pale. I am not pale.
We have been friends for 20 plus years. She pale.
I am not pale.
She is pale.
Anyway,
no, you're toasty right now.
But the peel I put everywhere. The peel that you use every 6 months. I only concentrated on the specific spots.
Got it.
I may have extended because I had some darkness, but I don't know. I don't know if that was melasma. Melasma was just, you could tell.
It was targeted,
broken, like dark brown patches of skin. So I kind of pretty much targeted the cream to that area.
Okay.
And the good thing is you don't have to use you can continue to use your cleanser, your moisturizer, and you can use your own
own stuff.
Yes, you can use your own cleanser, your moisturizer, and you can use your own what is it? Sunscreen. And I use the Neutrogena because I love that.
You recommended that to me.
Yes.
You can look in my playlist. I did a video about the Neutrogena Clear Face SPF 50. Invisible coverage.
And it
I
works.
love it.
It's great. And if you want to go out without makeup, throw that sunscreen on, a little eyeliner, mascara, lip gloss, and you're good.
You know, they tell you you're still supposed to wear a hat, even though you have sunscreen on. You're still supposed to have some.
Whatever.
You used to have that?
I have one.
Do you?
One of
The micro
dermabrasion, I don't know, tool.
the scrubber? Oh,
Yeah.
the tool.
I
Did
have.
you use it?
I don't know how to do it, so I wouldn't. I was afraid to burn my.
But I tell
Yeah.
you, if you want to try Musely and save yourself $400, try it. If it doesn't work, you can send the product back. But I'm telling you, it
it's a
worked
guarantee.
for me. It worked for me. It was awesome.
Nice. Okay. I think we've covered a little bit of things. A lot of things.
Yeah.
We've done the skin, the weight.
Talked about how fat I was.
She is not fat. She's so hard on herself.
The way I can't lose weight. What else we want to talk about? My
If she
horrible
would
cycle.
stop eating, if we would stop eating chocolates and drinking beer, and if we would stop eating cake and drinking wine, we probably would lose more. But you know what? This life is short. Could we do better? Yes. And we're going to do better. But we are going to stay on top of this skin that we're in and this life that we're in. And we're not going to drag this on because I know we're in the midst of this beautiful lady's salon and we're getting our hair done. But this is the best way women talk.
Yes.
Let's be honest. This is
Yes.
where we talk. If we had a cocktail, that would be, that's the
We
problem
talk
right
about
there.
men next, so it's always about skin.
We can talk about men. I do lifestyle too.
Okay, good.
Bill was on the channel. Bill was on the channel for a brief moment, but we're not talking about him right now. Not right now. We're going to sign off. We're going to finish getting our hair done. Bye. Hopefully we'll be able to do more topics about how we are managing our weight, our skin, and our lives. Talk to you soon, guys. Be good.
Be good. Have a great
Bye.